Have you ever heard the saying, opinions are like buttholes? Everybody has one. First of all, that's not true. Not everybody has a butthole. Look it up. Secondly, why do we need to have opinions? And why do we feel the need that we have to share our opinions with everybody? Why can't we just all have the same opinion about everything? And why am I sitting here talking about opinions? I'll do you one better. Who am I?
I'll do you one better. Why is 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗗𝗦?
But frankly, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But I have an opinion, and I'm going to share it with you, whether you want me to or not. Roll the intro. In my honest opinion, to each their own. Two sides, same coin. Agree to disagree. Which is your favorite idiom about opinions? Really? That one? That's the one you're gonna pick? Well, you're entitled to your opinion. See what I did there? Sorry. So what is an opinion? Well, Webster's dictionary defines an opinion as a view, judgment, or appraisal formed in the mind about a particular matter, often influenced by an individual's experiences, values, and perspectives. What particularly intrigues me about that second part is we all have different experiences, different values, and different perspectives. Even if we're living with or in the same environment as other people with the same values, our experiences and our perspectives can be vastly different. For example, I'm one of the slim minority of people who think that the movie Tremors is one of, if not the greatest movie of all time. Now, other people have seen that movie too, but do you think they think it's worthy of that title? No. And to those people, I say, fuck you! Seriously though, that movie is amazing, and there'll be a future video explaining why. Trust me. The point is, our opinions are highly affected by our everyday lives, how we feel about the world around us, and most importantly, our emotions. And we all know that our emotions are not always logical or rational.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
So it's safe to say that our opinions on things are not always based on facts, but most likely influenced by our cognitive biases, the natural way that our brain wants to think about things. I think now is a good time to restate that I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm none of that stuff. I am just a family guy. I'm just a family guy. I'm just a family man living in the good old USA who thinks about these things and wanted to rant on YouTube. So if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, just feel free to tell me.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
So why do we even need opinions? Why can't we just live in a world where everybody just agrees on everything and the only thing that matters is objective fact? Well, number one, if you want to know what that's like, just watch any movie that's based on a dystopian society, like 1984, Equilibrium, The Giver, Fahrenheit 451. Pretty sure every one of those movies addresses what it would be like, and we can all agree it would suck. Number two, without opinions, we wouldn't be who we are. They help us shape our personalities and our personas. They define how we interact with each other. And most importantly, in my opinion, they allow us to grow. Socrates said,
Socrates.
He said, an unexamined life is not worth living, meaning that it's important for us to critically examine our opinions and our beliefs so that we can find self-awareness and gain wisdom. Self-growth and enlightenment are great and all, but what about the people on the other side? How do we deal with them? The true believers, the people on the other side of the political spectrum, the Alabama fans.
War Eagle.
How do we deal with those people? Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I drive a Jeep Renegade, for Christ's sakes. And I hope you didn't come to YouTube to find a definitive answer to that question. I mean, this is my first video. I mean, let me work up to world peace. Sheesh.
Stop, you're making me laugh so hard. What you're doing is so funny. You are on a roll. I am busting a gut. Stop.
First of all, having a difference of opinion is crucial to our democratic society. Exchanging diverse opinions is very important if we're going to have informed decisions and informed policy making. at least in theory. Of course, it doesn't always work out that way, especially the way that our political system actually works. But again, in theory, we're going to need a difference of opinion if we're going to have healthy debate and robust policies. Now, don't worry, we are going to cover more political stuff and what a big mess that all is in later videos. Trust me, that's one of the main reasons I want to make these videos. But that's not this video. Secondly, I don't know if you know this, but it's really hard to change somebody's opinion, especially by brute force, like by debating them. I never really understood the usefulness of debates. I mean, I don't think anybody was ever convinced that they were wrong by the person that they were debating. I think it's more about winning and losing. But I guess you could argue that it's more about convincing the audience of who was right and who was wrong. So you're really trying to convince them and not trying to change the opinion of the person that you were debating. Okay, you win. Debates are useful. I changed my opinion. So yes, opinions can change. I used to consider myself a Republican when I was young. My father, my grandfather, my uncles were all Republican, and I got my political ideas from them. It wasn't until I started paying attention more independently to politics that I started to notice that the policies and ideas for my values weren't Republican values. I discovered that there were other political ideologies out there that were way more in line with my values than the Republican ones that I'd been fed. So I had to remove myself from that echo chamber so that I could get the information free of bias or propaganda, and then I could start to make my own opinion.
I'm really proud of you.
So I guess my message to you guys is this. We all have opinions. They're most likely very subjective and very unique. So when you're on YouTube watching some rando, or you're on a message board, or you're on Discord, or you're in the comment section, just remember that those people have different experiences, they have different values, they have different perspectives than you do. So maybe not judge them so harshly. Or not. Go ahead and troll them, disparage them, belittle them, gaslight them, rake them over the coals. Your choice.
Boy, that escalated quickly.